presents Chocolate Yoddah Live.
Hi folks, Chocolate Yoddah here, spelled Y-O-D-D-A-H because film studios are litigious. And welcome to another installment of Chocolate Yoddah Live. Today is Monday, June 26th, 2023. And hello to the folks at Wisdom. The mic is open, but I won't start taking callers until the end. So there you have it. All right, so I wrote something on Facebook yesterday, and I'm going to read it and just share my thoughts with you. It was actually based on something that happened Saturday, so here we go. I was watching a film Saturday night that had footage of Steve Jobs giving a speech. Whenever I see Jobs, I think of a specific song. The song, Dust in the Wind, was released by Kansas 45 years ago on January 16th, 1978. It was on the album Point of No Return, their fifth studio album. It's an epic rock ballad, in my opinion. It's a unique rock song in that there's no drum track, but there is an amazing violin solo. I was surprised to find out how many violin solos there have been in rock songs. Feel free to search. You might also be surprised. The song tells the story of mortality, but not just for humans, for all things. I remember when the song first came out. I was 13 years old and had just started shaving. My friends and I didn't really talk about death, but I had started thinking about the idea of it when I was 9. At that age, we had moved to Long Island, another version of Alabama, and things took a turn in my life because of my first-time experiences with racism. I covered that, in a recent podcast episode, so I won't go over it again right now. The link will be in the description if you want to check that out. Anyway, I remember I was in the backyard, which, while not at all fancy, it was small and right next to a disturbingly loud railroad track. It was a pleasant little spot. In fact, at some point, I saw a cardinal out there. Not the religious figure, the bird. Just in case anyone's keeping score. It was a very different environment from the one I had known. I loved the concrete jungle where I'd lived, still do, but this was a level of isolation and solitude I'd not known before. There I was, enjoying flora and fauna, and it occurred to me that I would die one day. 5 years later, Kansas would remind me of this. Not the state, the band. Again, just in case. Here are the lyrics. By the way, if for some reason you haven't yet heard this song, your life is diminished. I mean that. It's a beautiful song. I closed my eyes, only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity. Dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. Same old song. Just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Now, don't hang on. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute buy. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. And that's the end of the song. I just turned 59. If the persistent rumor is true, I have fewer birthdays in front of me than I do behind me. I'm not completely trashed yet, but signs of aging are increasingly obvious to me. Easy for me to say. I won't get specific right now because I just don't feel like it, but I'm not in denial about what's happening to me. I just know that now, more than ever, I need to be mindful of the moment I'm in. I need to learn from my history while I forgive myself for the litany of mistakes I've made. I can fantasize about the future as long as I remember what Billy Joel sang. It's just a fantasy. It's not reality. While my mind wanders to the curated and unreliable memories of my past and my fervent wishes and desires of my future, I must always know that now, the moment I'm in, is the only thing that really matters. And that's it. That's what I wrote. So I see we have a few people listening on Wisdom. I'm about to wrap it up on the YouTube Live, and if you want to join me as a guest on Wisdom, please feel free. So those were my thoughts yesterday after I saw that film. It's that line about all your money won't another minute buy is the line that always reminds me of Steve Jobs. As much money as he had when he had a fatal disease, he threw a lot of money at it, and it didn't make a dent. And that's just the reality of it. That's strong evidence that the persistent rumor is true, that everybody dies no matter what. So, not the most joyous topic, but it's just something that I think about from time to time. And I only think about it not to be morose or negative or sad, just to remind myself to enjoy the moment. If the party's going to end, then I'm going to enjoy the moment while I can. So that's food for thought. Again, folks on Wisdom, hang on. For everybody else, peace, love, and granola. Talk to you soon.